In this video, I'm going to show you how I make the blood in my comics. Let's go. Hello everyone. Here I am in my garden. As you can see, it's a nice, bright sunny day. It's the perfect opportunity to show you how I make the blood in my graphic novel. There's going to be a lot of splashing around. It's going to be very messy, and this is the perfect place for it. So let's get started. Now, first things first. First of all, we need to set up the place. As you can see here, I've got a little temporary workstation where basically I'm going to take these little clamps off first. I'm going to I'm going to cover this up with a bin liner to stop the paint from getting onto it. And then I'm going to put the A3 sheets of paper on top of it. And that's where I'm going to splash the black ink and the black paint. And as you can see here is a very old curtain. So I've sort of covered the footpath so that black ink is not going to splash anywhere else. It's going to get quite messy. And the direction I'm going to hit the paper with is going to go in that direction as well. So you'll see what I mean once I get started. So this is the starting point. Here we are, the workstation is all set up. I've covered it all up in a bin liner. And it's all being held in place with sellotape. I use some scissors for it. And there's the tripod. Now I'm just going to bring the paper over. Here we are, we have our A3 sheets of white paper, which is the perfect size for it. Now let's go get some black paint for the blood. Here we are, we have our paint. Now on this occasion, I'm going to be using black acrylic paint mixed with a little bit of water, using this thick brush. Sometimes I use a really big can of paint, something about roughly the same size as this, which is black silk paint, which is just as good, but you don't want it to be too thick. So what I do is I add a little bit of water, so it sort of resembles the ink. But you don't want it too runny either, otherwise it'll be all grey. So you want it to be nice and thick so that you can get it to splash, but you don't want it to be too runny so that it goes all over the place, as in like run all over the paper. So we have our black paint ready, got our paper, let's go. Now, as you can see right here, this was only one slash with the paintbrush. So with one arm movement, just like a sword, it's as if you're slicing flesh with a sword, with a samurai sword right there. And this is all the, well, at the moment it's going to be blood, with all the blood splashing all over the place. So as you can see all the detail right there. See? It's real. It's natural. It's as realistic as it gets. So I'm going to be making more. Now here's a close-up for you to see. Oh, look at that. This will come in handy.
Using this method, by pretending the brush is a samurai sword cutting flesh and splatting blood, I get a different result every time. It's a great way to create organic looking art, to create a feeling of a samurai spilling blood as he kills his enemy. It's a lot of fun.
And that's it. We are done for the day. I have finished one pad of A3 sheets of white paper. And as you saw, I splashed black paint on them one by one, and I took the sheets indoors for them to dry. So now all I have to do is tidy all this up. There we are. Look how clean the workstation is now. And this is the plastic bin bag. All I have to do is throw this away. The rest of the garden is clean. And all, as you can see here, well, there's been a few drops here and there, but that's about it. Don't worry, Mother Nature will take care of it. But all the other black dots and black paint have gone here, so everything's taken care of. Here we are in the kitchen. All the work is now dried up. Let's take a look at them. Now, as you can see, each time I threw paint onto the paper with the brush, like a sword, every single result is different. And what I will do next is that I will scan each and every one of these and then digitize them. Now, not only will I digitize them, but I'll also store them and save them in case I need them for some other scene. Not all of them will be useful for every scene, but at least I've got a wide variety. Lots of different shapes, lots of different, different directions, different splats. And that way, once I digitize these and make them into blood, they will look realistic. And they will give us a good look for the comic. Now, as you can see, I scanned this one here with an A3 scanner, and I've imported it into Photoshop. Now, the next stage is to clean it up, because I'm not sure how well you can see it on this camera here, but there's a lot of messy lines here. There's lots of, grey bits here, and it's not very sharp. So this is the stage where I digitize the artwork, digitize the splat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a ruler here, do that, and do this here. So I'm going to cut this bit off when I get to that stage. But just to show you, I'm going to select all and go to Control L for levels. There we go. You can increase the darkness. There. And we're also going to increase the brightness here. Do you notice it? There's some of the grey bits are fading and they disappear. So we end up with something that looks like this. There. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to export this into Illustrator. I'm going to export it as a JPEG file and then put it into Illustrator. So I end up with something that looks like this. See, here's the image. This is the bitmap image. So it's a raster image, sorry. The raster image, we're going to convert it into a vector file. So what I do here, I've imported it into Illustrator. I'm going to go to Live Trace, like this. Tracing options. Yeah, it's going to be quite a large file, obviously. And I just want it in black and white, and trace it. Wait for it, and there we go. It's now been digitized. I go to expand, and there we go. Ungroup. Now it's been digitized. Look how sharp it is now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on this little direct selection tool. I'm going to click on the white section here because we're going to scrap all that. So click on the bit that's white, go to select, and select the same fill color. So everything here that is white is now selected. All I have to do is hit delete. There. It's all black now. It's everything. This is the entire... We have here a fully digitized black paint. a splash of black paint. Now, to make it red, well, I'm going to group it up now. Here it is. It's all just one block. The next thing we're going to do, this is going to be blood, so I'm going to make it red. Now, earlier I put this little red box here. This is the color we need. So all I have to do is just select the black, use the little eyedrop tool, click on that, and there we have it. We have our blood. Now that we've got our blood, let's put it on our scene. But where did I use this one, you may be wondering? I put it here. I turned it on its side. And all I have to do, and I'll reveal to you what I use this one for. And this is the scene where the samurai Hideo slices the pirate. And that's how I make the blood for my Japanese graphic novel. I hope you enjoyed this. Take good care of yourselves.